I think I got a lot of film today, so bear with me. Early in the game, under center, you get Laporta matched up on the linebacker, leverage play, easy matchup, easy win. We talked about finding the fish, okay? We talk about it every week. And listen, guys, Joey Bosa is really, really good. Just like we're complaining in Green Bay. Oh, we're playing these guys too wide. Okay. Formationally, they're taught to line up outside. If this is like a nasty split, they're taught to line up outside this nasty split. Okay. It gives you leverage opportunities. But these guys are getting moved. You watch this right guard, right tackle. I mean, that dude's going to get folded in half. It's just, they're absolutely getting rid. This first play of the game, first running play of the game. And you see what happens here. They take the tight end in motion, run him across the center, and now he's leading into the gap so he can take care of Bosa. That wide receiver is not taking care of Bosa by himself, but Bosa's not one of those guys like Max Crosby who's going to kind of freelance. He's going to play within the confines of the scheme and the structure that he's been told. So you can get these doubles on him. And if these linebackers and safeties don't poke their heads in and take away from these double teams, you are falling forward for 5-6 yards every play. I mean, this is what the Detroit Lions did all day long. It was unbelievable to watch. You got shotgun, you got trips look down south here. You got two up top, and they're running quarters. Let me back this up for you. Pre-snap, they're showing quarters, right? They're showing 4 across, right? So in quarters, if the high side guy jumps the in route, look at all the space you have to exploit, and you have leverage on the backside safety already, okay? These are where the opportunities are. There's just tons of space to run free. And you just close your eyes and go, Christian Watson on that route, he's going to outrun anybody who's on their field. This is what is, for me, I had to triple take this stuff. So this is Austin Johnson, Nick Williams, Sebastian Joseph Day. These guys got absolutely walked off the ball in a manner that you just don't see very often. You look at this guy, he's over 10 yards. Look where he is. He's 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. And you can talk about, well, everybody's got to do their job, or, somebody else can make the tackle, or the cutback shouldn't happen. When you move a human, because you end up running in the linebacker, when the mass moves 10 yards, I've always say you get 1 yard vertical push, that's 3 yards of running back room, right? So this is going to be minimum explosive play. 13 yards falling forward, ends up going for the touchdown. Now, another sign here, backside, right guard, right tackle, just controlling the line of scrimmage. This is what needs to change in the Green Bay Packers for me. When are we going to decide that this team is going to control the line of scrimmage on a consistent basis? It doesn't, it's like the Panthers are going through the same thing. We smash mouth. We don't want to be power eye. We don't want to, okay. You can still control the line of scrimmage, and take note of this if you're watching at home. The Detroit Lions run off the football, okay? The LA Chargers, like the Green Bay Packers, shuffle off the football. And the Detroit Lions have fantastic technique and attention to detail, but they run off the football. They're trying to move humans multiple yards downfield. Watch what happens to the defensive tackle over the right guard here. 10 yards, and then Penei Sewell just dumps him at the 50-yard line. I mean, if I'm watching this, first of all, this is a tough tape to watch on defense, but they got absolutely nothing. I don't even care about the play. Like, I don't think they got a lot. I think somebody made the tackle, but you just got absolutely dog walked, okay? Now, another situation. Now you're over the left guard, left tackle. I mean, they're all – my point in showing you all these is it's happening at every position. It's not like they're going over to their all-pro center, Frank Ragnow, or Penei Sewell, one of the biggest, strongest guys in the league, and he's just moving them every time. That's every place you look, these guys are getting moved. Now, to shoot or not to shoot, we talked about last week with the Green Bay Packers. If you're going to stand back there and let my guy get double teamed, well, I'm going to double team him into your lap. Sometimes these guys shoot. Sometimes they play soft, like Nine's doing right now. Kenneth Murray Jr., first-round pick, 2020. You're going to sit there and back up right now and not take a gap? What do you think is going to happen? Opportunities for the Green Bay Packers to actually move humans off the ball. This is the other thing they do. Run game. 6-man box. Obviously, you can see number 9's lined up over the center. There's space to fill that B gap on the left side of the screen, right side of the field with the safety. But the safety's 10 yards high. Okay? 10 yards off the line. He comes down late. It gives the receiver, and their receivers do work in Detroit, it gives him time to get the crack. Okay? So he's not there to fill the hole and get underneath. And then 32 Gilman missed a ton of tackles. If you looked at tackles, yards gained after attempted tackle in this game, it's got to be over 100, well over 100. Green Bay Packers, look at this formation. Imagine this is one of your short yarders all the fans are complaining about, and LaFleur, we'll talk about it later, but, started explaining 2 and 3, 2 down linemen, this whole thing. Okay. Same idea. It's not a 2 down, 3 down, 4 down lineman issue. It's an alignment issue. When you have a nasty split off the left tackle, you see the wide receiver, that linebacker is taught to be wider. Okay. That sounds good on paper because you can't get cracked. In reality, as you see here, if they run backside and he takes that cut, that linebacker can no longer get to the play. So everybody's right. Call it whatever you want. From an alignment standpoint, if you're going to line up outside the nasty split, you're in trouble. Big play, missed tackle. They tackled each other. I won't rewind it. All the way to the house, right? Over 100 yards after contact. It's insane. You see the same thing here from the safety. He comes down late. And so you get these, guys, you go, well, it's not an explosive play. It's a 7-yard gain. It's unnecessary. Love it. Right guard, right tackle. And this is another opportunity, just from a movement standpoint. This is Ogbonia. He's a 5th-round pick last season. You're playing 2-eye, and the Packers have to look at this and go, if we run off the football, okay, we can capture a 2-eye with our tackle. I mean, that's big time, right? And even if he gets pushed, he got beat, he got knocked on the ground, you got 6 yards, guys. We would die for 6 yards right now. Now, when a push came to shove and they had to stop the run, they started bringing extra guys. So they run some slants here, bring the safety down. They still insert. Now the defensive end can come in and make the play. Okay, so the Detroit Lions had answers, and they still got yards because they're just a very detailed, well-coached team. Come down safety off the edge. This is one of the few plays they made in the backfield. So they will sell out, but you can see, I'm going to go back to make a point. You even see on this play, watch the receiver at the top of the screen. It's play action, game's over, right? I mean, they're not sound. They don't take care of what they need to take care of. I really thought this was a clever play. So you have to have solutions for Mack and Bosa. We talked about it already. What the Lions did is they lined up a receiver. They already knew that it was going to be that if they go in the nasty spit, if it looks like a bunch, then just by having humans in front of you, it's going to slow down your rush. He's in a 2-point stance. He's not going to be as fast off the ball. He has to navigate through or around or whatever with this wide receiver, but he's going to line up outside him, not inside him. Okay, so they have to worry about that. Then they leave their tight end in, and their tight end has great technique here, hipped off. But you see with this look, Khalil Mack, he can't get a jump on this tight end. So now he plays right into him. Tight end's got his hands inside. I mean, just like this guy's, Dan Campbell was a tight end. I'm sure his tight ends coach is doing a good job of teaching technique. But these guys aren't designed to beat Khalil Mack in pass rush. But he just has to get enough because this is a 3-step timing. And now you're creating kind of solutions pre-snap just to make it more difficult for that guy. And it's without having to literally chip out and take that time. So now you're always going to have to either run an arrow, you're going to have to do a stick over the ball, or you're going to have to run you can actually run some real routes and still slow the guy down enough that the tight end feels comfortable that he can make the 3-second or the 3-step drop pass protection. Now the Chargers, a little secret. Whenever you drop, you go into base, you're in base personnel, and you're going to cat fire, but you're going to drop the outside linebacker. So in other words, the tackle is going to set for the outside linebacker, and he drops, and you're just going to bring a 190-pound corner, and now you have a linebacker in coverage. You have to play off on the bottom of the screen here, and you have a cornerback rushing the passer. We hope you do this. This is when we're talking about Brandon Staley and some of the stuff they're doing. I don't know if he's making the calls or whatnot, but like just schematically, this is really, really advantageous for an offense. Offensive lineman, the entire team hopes that you're going to rotate your safety over. You're going to play coverage 12 yards off one of your better receivers, giving a 12-yard head start before contact. You're not going to rush your best pass rusher, and you're going to rush a 190-pound cornerback onto your guy. Like, oh, and by the way, you vacated the safety because he had to come over and cover your receiver. Oh, thank you. Like, this stuff's awesome because there's just so many opportunities in this game based on what they do defensively. Really a 2x2 here, tight ends attached. And this is the advantage in base personnel. You get your running back, your Aaron. I'm always just going to default to Aaron Jones here. I just think he's better in open space. But you have Aaron Jones one-on-one with a linebacker. And it's just a monster advantage. Actually falls down, gets back up, and gets 4 more yards. Hey, 1992. Rim of the World High School, Fighting Scots junior varsity. Little kid with green eyes and a heart full of dreams. Comes into the game second quarter to play quarterback. They call tight end pop pass. Not like green right tight, blah, blah, blah. They call it tight end pop pass. Under center. Fake to the running back. Little floater to a junior playing on tight end. Playing tight end on junior varsity. First touchdown. First play of football was a touchdown. It was all downhill after that at the quarterback position, unfortunately. Under center play action. Going to get movement here from this linebacker. You see the crosser now by the running back, I believe. I think that's Montgomery. And he's just all the way down. Doesn't quite make a house call, but gets pretty close. So it's there.